You've probably noticed that it can be pretty hard to meet your protein requirements every day. Hitting your protein goal is very important when it comes to building muscle. The reason so many people have a hard time eating enough protein daily can vary, but protein in itself is a very filling macronutrient, which makes it hard to consume a lot of. Most people's diets consist of foods that are high in carbohydrates and fat, which are not super filling and are very easy to consume. For example, it's much easier to eat a lot of chips and ice cream compared to eating a lot of chicken breasts. This leaves people struggling to meet their protein requirements of 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight each day. In this video, we'll be sharing a list of the best foods that will easily help you add 100 grams of protein to your diet each day. First off, we've got yogurt, but not just any kind of yogurt. This one has the highest amount of protein out of all yogurts in the world, so you could say that this is the yogurt of all yogurts. What we're talking about is Skyr. Skyr is an Icelandic yogurt made by the Vikings over 1,000 years ago. In a 100-gram serving of Skyr, there are only 61 calories, 0.2 grams of fat, 3.7 grams of carbohydrates, and a whopping 11 grams of protein. No wonder why the Vikings and people from Iceland are so big, buffed, and strong. Just look at Thor, the Icelandic strongman and actor from Game of Thrones. He loves Skyr so much, he made his own version of it.
It's really thick.
As you can see, Skyr is a great option to add to your diet because of its low calories and high protein, especially if you're trying to lose weight. You can mix Skyr with a lot of things like fruits, berries, oatmeal, and more. All you need is a bit of imagination, and you'll find great ways to enjoy this delicious Icelandic protein source. Next up, we've got canned tuna and canned chicken. A 100-gram serving of canned tuna has 26.8 grams of protein, and 100 grams of canned chicken has around 25 grams of protein. But on average, a can of tuna and a can of chicken are 140 grams, which means in every can there are around 35 grams of protein. The best thing about these is their convenience. You don't need to cook either, and you could just get a fork and eat them straight out of the can, or heat them up and have some rice to the side. They also don't need to be refrigerated, which makes these even more convenient. The next thing on our list is egg whites.
Egg whites.
Eating egg whites is a great hack to increase your total protein intake for the day. In a 100-gram serving, you get 11 grams of protein, almost no fats and carbs, and it only contains 52 calories, which makes egg whites a great option when trying to lose weight. It's so easy to grab a carton of eggs from the fridge and pour them on a frying pan. You'll have them ready in about 5 minutes or so, which makes this such a great choice for a protein source. The egg white is the part of the egg that contains the majority of the protein, 67% to be exact. The yolk is the part of the egg that contains most of the fat. So having a carton of straight egg whites in your fridge is much more convenient than having to separate the egg whites from the yolk on every single egg. The main thing that makes egg whites so great is the quality of protein you get from egg whites. Egg whites are among the best protein source you can get. Egg whites provide what is called a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, which are very important when it comes to muscle growth. Now the next one is protein powder. Yeah, this one's pretty obvious, but we can't just skip it. Protein powder makes it so easy to add extra protein on top of your diet. Notice how we say on top, because you should focus on getting most of your protein from the food you eat and not from a supplement. Even though protein powder is technically food, you should be getting your protein through a balanced diet and think of protein powder as a supplement to that. What makes protein powder so great is you can mix it with so many other foods, such as the Icelandic yogurt, better known as Skyr. You can even make protein pancakes, protein muffins, protein ice cream, or simply mix protein powder with other ingredients and blend them in a shaker. It's always a good idea to have a tub of protein laying at home in case you need some extra protein in your diet. Protein bars are also a great way to add extra protein to your diet. Having a protein bar as a snack won't only add extra protein to your diet, but also satisfy your sweet tooth and curb your cravings for foods that are not so good options. If you're not really hungry, but you kind of want something sweet to chew on, protein bars are a great option. Protein bars are especially convenient when you're trying to lose weight. Most protein bars contain around 20 grams of protein, which is decent for a 200-calorie snack. Next up, we have cottage cheese. In a 100-gram serving, you get 11 grams of protein and only around 4 grams of fats and carbs. Cottage cheese alone is great for extra protein, and a lot of people like how it tastes. But the thing we like most about cottage cheese is what you can do with it. You can mix all sorts of things with cottage cheese to make it taste better. You can make it sweeter by adding in some fruits and berries, or you can make a nice salad out of it by adding spices and vegetables, which tastes amazing on its own, but even better when spread on toast. Having some cottage cheese in your fridge is super convenient if you need extra protein because you can honestly mix it up with anything and it tastes great. Having a salad? Mix it with cottage cheese. So simple. Up next is the protein shakes from FairLife. FairLife makes amazing protein shakes that are delicious and pack a ton of protein. Each one contains 42 grams of protein, which is honestly mind-blowing. If you only had 2 of those, you'd have 84 grams of protein already. You can keep them cool in your fridge and grab one when you're in a hurry and don't have time to cook or make yourself a high-protein meal. The best thing about these protein shakes is that you can mix them with your cereal, which makes the already great-tasting cereal even better and packed with 42 grams of protein. Next, we got hard-boiled eggs. In every hard-boiled egg, you get 6 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and 1 gram of carbohydrates. As we said before, eggs are one of the best sources of protein that you can get your hands on. Eggs also contain high-quality fats that help keep your hormones healthy. Having hard-boiled eggs ready in your fridge can save you a ton of time when you don't have time to cook. You can eat them whole with some salt or caviar, or you can slice them up and put them on toast. Eggs are very convenient and very healthy, contrary to what many believe. So stock up on those eggs if you want to get yolked. We really hope that these quick protein options help give you some ideas on how to add over 100 grams of protein to your daily diet. If you enjoyed this video or if you learned something new, make sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up.